Are you growing strawberries or want to grow strawberries? This is not enough for a family. Stay tuned and see why we are growing more strawberries. It's expensive out there. Like I pay Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Tony and today we are planting more strawberries. Why, you say? Well, our kids are eating them faster than we can actually grow them. And it's not a bad thing because they like fruit, but we realized that we didn't plant enough for them. So if you don't have that much space and you're trying to grow strawberries, whether that's in a patio or a small backyard, or even if you want to grow strawberries in your containers, stick around. I'm sharing some tips on how you can grow in a small space and enough to feed maybe one or two of your toddlers. Strawberries actually are very easy to grow, and this is probably our third season growing strawberries, and we have learned a few tips that's going to probably help you out if you're starting new with growing strawberries. Strawberries do very well in small spaces. They really don't need a deep pot, which is why we are using containers this time. We have some in our raised beds. We have about 25 growing now, and it's not working. So it is working. However, our babies are eating them really quickly. So we are adding them all across our backyard. So I'll be using this container here. It's a hanging basket. I got it from Dollar Tree, and I'll be putting them all around. And then also you can actually just hook it right here for our babies. This section here around me is my baby garden. So my toddlers, this is where they go. So I figure I'd put some strawberries here to allow them to get some to eat a little bit more as they come out and play. You just want to make sure you're planting them in an area that gets at least 6 to 8 hours of sun, and you start to see that your new strawberries are producing fruit or flowers. You can go ahead and pick those flowers off if you want nice and juicy strawberries. I got so excited my first year growing strawberries. I saw the flowers, I saw the strawberries, but they were so tiny. They were these itty bitty tiny. They were like my size, like this small, and I was so disappointed, but I didn't give up. You have to allow it to like another season for it to really get nice and plump. But to do so, you got to also pick off your new flowers. So I'll show you here. You see all your flowers that you got here, like this one's already dead. So I can just take that off. It's just taking up space. I like that pop sound. While I'm here, I'll show you the runners. So these are runners. So they are baby strawberry plants that's coming off of the mother plant. And you want to make sure that if you're wanting your strawberries to be nice and juicy, you can cut these off and let the plant focus its energy on growing bigger strawberries. You can grow a lot of runners, especially if you're growing them in a raised bed. What we do, our raised bed, I'll wait until they attach to the soil and I'll just clip them off so it can form its own plant. This one have quite a few flowers coming in. I'm actually going to be repotting this one into the hanging baskets, and I'll be adding it with some basil. Basil does great with strawberries. I have them here too. I'll show you that in a moment, because it helps with nematodes, it helps with aphids, it just helps with the pests that don't need to be around your strawberries. So getting back to it. So the reason I'm using these we are running out of space. So if you haven't seen my video around containers and why we're switching to containers, our raised beds are pretty big and we don't have that much space to grow. So we have a lot of grow bags and we are using now hanging baskets. I did try that Dollar Tree stackables. So someone in the comments in the previous video told us we tried it. As soon as I tried to take the hole off, it just cracked. So that's not for me, but if it's working for you, kudos to you for your patience on it. But these are a little bit more sturdier. I don't have to drill a hole. It has a little pop out hole there, and then I can just put it back in like that. And then when a hurricane comes, I just take these right back down and put them in a little container for us, and we move them inside. Or if it's too hot in that area, I just move it. I love these. $1, y'all. So I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna just pause and just show you how we planted it in this area right here in this container here. You put it in a mound. We created like a ball for the soil. We used the roots to go right above it, and we just covered the roots up with the soil. You want to make sure that you keep the crown right at the soil. You don't want to bury the crown, because if it's buried too deep, it can rot. I spaced them around 12 to 18 inches apart to give them room to grow and send out as runners. So if spacing is tight for you, I definitely recommend something like this, and making sure that you are cutting your runners, because what's going to also happen, you're going to get a lot of green and no flowers. So another thing I do, if you move this over, I have marigold in here. If you want your pollinators, your bees and your flies, whichever butterflies, to come here and help your babies grow. Look at this one. Let me show you. This runner is definitely ready to be planted. You see here? So I'm going to just snip this off right here and put it in the ground. And once I get all of my pots ready. So what you can see here is I have marigolds planted next to the strawberries along with basil. They play a key and vital role in keeping your strawberries alive because pests can take over, or you can have these flowers. I have some here that was not pollinated because, again, I got it from a big box store. If you can see here, we have some of the flowers that were not pollinated, so you're not going to get strawberries from these flowers. But I may get some. I don't know. I can't tell yet. They look this one looks like it wasn't pollinated. And when you introduce your marigolds and your beneficial plants next to these, it bring in the right insects such as butterflies and bees. That's important. So making sure you can do companion planting, especially if you're in a small space, is extremely helpful. So these are all working together and helping each other out. So here's the secret, guys, to having or producing strawberries that taste like candy. So we were able to go to the #1 strawberry festival in the United States, and that's right here in Florida in Plant City. And we had the opportunity to speak to local farmers who were producing these candy tasting strawberries for the festival. And they told us that they do two things. They use a plastic black tarp to cover the bottom of the strawberry beds, allow the fruit to focus its energy on sweet tasting strawberries. The second tip is that they use onions as a natural pest deterrent. So they plant onions next to strawberries, and that not only does it help with the sweetness, but it helps with pests. So those are the secrets. If you haven't heard of it, don't say I didn't tell you. You heard it here from Tony, Rudy, and Jace. Let me show you what I have planted, and then I'll also show you what we currently have in the garden. And hopefully I inspired you to start growing your own strawberries. It's expensive out there. I paid $8.99. Don't get me started. Listen, do you guys know I paid $8.99 for a small container of strawberries? This is why we are growing our own food. I can't afford it. With these little ones, they will finish that one container in one day. So if you're anything like us and you're trying to save money and grow your own food, I hope I encourage you to start growing your own strawberries. Keep at it. Don't give up. If you fail that first season, just keep going. So these are a first season of it producing fruit. So we're going to pick this one off right away. We have some small ones here that don't need to be here. While I'm at it, I'm just going to clean up the strawberry leaves, the brown ones, take them off. And we have some over here. Come on, cameraman. Our cameraman is free. You guys should get you one of these. Good to take away the dead leaves. Quite a few. I haven't been here in a while. This one has a runner. Oh, I didn't even see this baby one. So I pulled that. That's a baby one. It has a runner, if you see it here. And I just clipped it from the mother. Oh, more. I clipped it from the mother plant, and now I have my own strawberry growing right here for free. So you don't have to buy strawberry plants. You can use your existing for runners. You just want to make sure you continue to trim off your runners. You don't need to trim off all of them, but trim off your runners so you get nice plump strawberries you like, or my babies really like. So I got some more of this variety. They're too young to give runners right now, so I just decided to get some more strawberries. So if you're thinking about growing strawberries, it is definitely worth it. We love coming out here. Our babies love coming out here and picking strawberries. Just know 2 to 3 plants is not enough to feed these hungry toddlers. You need a lot more. So the recommended amount is about 10 to 15 plants per toddler. We have 25, and it's still not enough, maybe because we need to allow them to continue to give us a few more seasons of strawberries. But our goal is to feed our family. If that's your goal too, 2 to 3 is not enough. Make sure you grab enough for your little ones and yourself that's going to continue to feed you year round. All right, guys, that's all I have. I'll meet you in the comments. Let me know what variety of strawberries you're growing. And thanks again for watching. Bye. I'm just gonna sit here and eat this. This is so good. They're tiny, but they're so much juicier. My daughter's gonna be so mad I ate her little strawberries. That's okay. We got more.